Hi there, my name is Abigail Morrison, and this is my EDL 852 case study. First, we start off with Section 1, What has happened? Littville Rural School District houses two schools, a K-6 elementary school, which is 22 years old, and a 712 junior-senior high, which is 11 years old. The district population has increased by 2% every year, going from 758 students to a now 1,200 students. Growth of the population is attributed to the school district's demography and land values. There was no concern or interest in expanding the schools for another 40 years, but due to the migration, there has been concerns raised. It has been suggested to build a 6-8 middle school. Joe, the superintendent, recommended hiring a firm to look at the school spacing problems and propose an idea on how to help the situation. There were three options discussed. First, build an addition to the junior-senior high school and move the 6th grade from the elementary school to the junior-senior facility. 2, build an addition to both existing schools. And 3, build a new middle school housing grades 6 through 8, thus removing the 6th grade from the elementary school and the 7th and 8th grade from the secondary school. The firm suggested the third option be the best fit. Even though it is the most expensive, it will be best in the long run. The community was divided into groups. Some wanted the current deck gone, then talk about adding on. Then there were those in favor of the first and second option. And then there were those that supported the firm on building of the new school. After debate, it was voted on 4-1 to build the new middle school and move forward. The school then hired Susan Potter, who would begin her role as the acting administrator the year prior to the middle school being built. Susan was hesitant to move from a suburban assistant principal to a rural head position. She was going to be tasked with hiring all staff, organizing school programs, and collaborating with the architects. Potter formed a vision and planning committee built around the 4 teachers and 4 parents. The committee guidelines are to operate democratically, consistent in the preferred method for making decisions, and first task at hand was to form the school's mission and vision statements. The vision statement will reflect the group's views, and all members will be able to share opinions and make suggestions towards the statement. Potter was a member of the committee but removed herself due to not wanting to be the chair of the committee so she could share leadership roles. Helen Burke, a teacher, was appointed to the chair position during the first meeting. But during the first meeting, Susan brought up the task of creating a mission and vision statements. The group reacted unexpectedly and pushed back, about creating the statements collaboratively. They suggested Susan create the statements and they would then discuss them after she created and presented them to the committee. She then attempted to persuade the group on working together to construct these statements one last time, but was unsuccessful. Susan was forced to go to vote on how the committee wanted to move forward, and the vote ended in Susan creating the statements alone. She is now in conflict and unsure of how to move forward. Section 2, the legal and ethical. Legally, there are no illegal actions being made. Ethically, the school's mission and vision statements are meant to be formed by strong collaboration. Susan informed the importance of promoting the success and well-being of the current and future students and staff. This involves applying knowledge and skills and commitments teams necessary to work collaboratively on designing and implementing a school's mission and vision statement. After discussion, the committee will form these statements as a team. Susan is currently in an ethical problem due to the committee voting to have her construct these statements alone. In order to achieve the best results for the students, the committee will need to form these statements together. Section 3. Synthesize exactly what has happened or is happening in a single sentence. Principal Potter, a newly hired middle school principal, is in dispute with the Vision and Planning Committee due to the committee wanting Potter to construct the mission and vision statements independently, rather than collaborating with the committee on the creation of the statements as a team. Section 4. Let's synthesize the facts. The people involved: Joe Rawlings, the superintendent; the school board, Susan Potter, the newly hired middle school principal; Helen Burke, the committee chair and also a teacher in the district; the advisory board that consists of the 4 parents and 4 teachers; and then the community, which is 60% farming. The programs involved: the Vision and Planning Committee and the middle school stakeholders, both parents and students and staff. The place: Littville. The school population is 1,200 with an increase of 2% each year. It is located 10 miles within a major city, but the school is located 2 miles outside of town. Section 5, review and prioritize the information. The damaging consequences towards stakeholders. Obviously, there will be some pushback from the community towards the principal. Students' best interest is not first, a disconnected type feeling. Initial relationships between committee and stakeholders are shaky. Individuals that have an important stake in the outcome. The professional career of Principal Potter is at stake. The future and current students, advisory committee future, or also known as the vision and planning committee. What I would like to know, prior to the meeting, why were the committee members not informed by Principal Potter that the mission and vision statements would be constructed collaboratively? Based on the information given, I do believe I have enough to make a decision. Here are my 6 decisions. Number 1, committee will not create a mission or vision statement. Number 2, they will schedule another meeting with attempt to persuade committee to work together on the creation of statements. And number 3, speak with Helen privately and define the committee's roles while explaining to her that the committee will be forming the statements together. Number 4, create the statements myself and present to the committee for discussion. Number 5, remove Helen from the committee and replace with another faculty member. Number 6, call a meeting with the committee, discuss the roles of the committee, and inform that the statements will be created as a group with students' best interest in mind. Let's evaluate our options. Number 1, committee will create a mission or vision statement, or will not, excuse me. The pros of this, the committee will not have to construct a mission or vision statement. The cons, students will lack direction. Committee may think I'm not doing my job. The school goals and overall identity is unknown. Decision 2, schedule another meeting with the committee to attempt to persuade committee to work together on the creation of the statements. The pros, allow committee to change their mind if see fit, show the committee that I am an ethical leader, enforce the expectations of the committee, discuss that the school needs a vision to abide by. The cons, committee could push back and disagree, causing members to leave. I can come across as controlling, uncooperative, or unflexible. Stakeholders' relationships might be lost. Decision 3, speak with Helen privately and define the committee's roles while explaining to her that the committee will be forming the statements together. Build the pros, build a better relationship with Helen, show her that I will do my job as I see fit, enforce the rules and expectations of the committee. The cons, could come across as controlling or not flexible. Helen could take things personally and not agree, resulting in committee members exiting. Decision 4, create the statements myself and present the committee for discussion. Committee members will be happy and feel in control. This saves time and argument and tension. Cons, no vision statement that fully fits the school. Ethical leadership is not being shown. Committee will feel like they don't have any expectations or agreements in the future. Decision 5, remove Helen from the committee and replace with another faculty member. Pushback will diminish, the committee will move to an unbiased opinion, the influence from the board will be extinguished from the group. The cons, tension or hard feelings may occur between the board members, community, and the committee. Other members of the committee might take Helen's place and begin pushback themselves. Decision 6, call a meeting with the committee, discuss the roles of the committee, and inform that the statements will be created as a group with students' best interest in mind. The pros, the committee members will be told the expectations again. Statements will be constructed with students' best interest in mind, and group norms are followed and enforced. Committee members will share a common interest of students being the best interest. The cons, committee members might disagree and exit the committee. Stakeholders might push back and cause tension. Section 8, choosing the best option. The best option, decision 6. Call a meeting with the committee, discuss the roles of the committee, and inform the statements will be created as a group with students' best interest in mind. Steps to take. Call and discuss with the superintendent about the plans moving forward. 2, personally call and speak with Helen to inform her of the meeting and the topic of discussion for the meeting. This will allow any tension to be relieved or the hard conversation to be had privately without being in front of the group. 3, call/schedule a meeting with the committee. And 4, present the roles of the committee and provide information as to why we must create these statements together. 5, anyone that doesn't agree with the said roles has the ability to leave the committee without any hard feelings. 6, schedule the next meeting to begin the building process of the statements. 7, present the process and brainstorming of the creating and mission vision statements to the school board. Section 9, imagine implementing your decision. Choosing your path. Communicate with the stakeholders. Present research and finding behind the collaboration and brainstorming. Allow members to exit the committee. And then let's call and schedule a meeting to create these statements. Let's start forming these statements for our students so we have a direct path. Think about what may happen. Potential pushback from the committee and the community. Board members may disagree and push back as well. And overall, if done collaboratively, the school will benefit. Identify who needs to know. The superintendent needs to know, the school board, Helen, and the committee members. Open communication is best. Determine if you can deal on your own with the persons involved. I would meet with the superintendent to inform him of my plan, and then I would take this plan and present it to the school board. Warn, don't threaten. Inform committee members that they are all valued and appreciated, that they were chosen for a reason to be on this committee. Explain that there were expectations that were agreed upon when accepting the position on the committee. Allow members to step away with no repercussions or hard feelings if they do not agree or they do not think they can uphold the expectations of what is expected as a part of this. Think about what you might do next if the chosen plan of action doesn't work. If this plan of action doesn't work, I will then form a committee that is willing to work as a team for the current and future student success and the staff. Reflection. In this situation, I need to show the committee that I am pushing to be an ethical leader and find an approach that benefits all stakeholders. The committee is a resource that should want to invest in student education. I need to form a committee that is willing to work collaboratively, and form norms that will create a healthy environment for students and staff. In this situation, one individual was forming most of the group's decisions and was instead causing a biased group that was being influenced by outside resources. I would need to show my control of the group and direct the mindset and group's dynamic to a more collaborative mindset. This being the main reason why I would allow committee members that aren't willing to work as a team and uphold the group's expectations to remove themselves before being asked to step down from the committee. And here is my references. Thank you.